Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Today, we're playing Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. So this game came out in 2017, so fairly recently, I believe. And well, I'm not just playing it because I'm covering Norse mythology right now, and this is supposedly filled with that. It's also supposedly a pretty good game. So there are plenty of games that are related to Norse mythology, but this is apparently a good one. So, like many games that I do, I don't know almost anything about this game. So that's for us to figure out. Yeah, I guess we'll just sort of dive right in. Now, what I remember from when this game came out was that audio was really important. Like, it was really recommended you play with headphones. Well, I don't have headphones, so hopefully it's not that big of a deal.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Now, her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. The head. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she turn coming? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in hell high.
Look, up ahead. You see it too?
You promised you could.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
You see them? They can see you.
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
Can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us.
There's no going back. You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you two have a part to play in this story.
Okay. Well, apparently you need headphones so you can actually hear things. Because it's really damn quiet. Secondly, my controller does not work whatsoever. It kind of worked in the menus for a little bit, but not at all anymore. No, nothing. Which is going to be a bit of an issue. Third-person action game-ish with a mouse and keyboard, and my keyboard's really loud. So that'll be interesting. Combat difficulty auto. Huh. Like, it scales based on how good you are. Sort of subtitles on. Probably ruins the atmosphere a little bit, but it'll let me know what the hell is going on. Hell, yeah, so I think I heard that they mentioned that we are apparently in hell. And I think in the description of the game, it mentioned that the game takes place, the main character is traveling to Helheim. Which is, if you've been following my exploring series so far, which would probably be pretty helpful because I'm going to talk about some stuff. So hell is sort of the underworld in Norse mythology where the grand majority of the departed go to after they die, except those that are taken to Valhalla or to Frigg's Hall, but that's not really discussed much. Helheim, I don't think is ever mentioned. Like, that term is never used in any primary source that we have on Norse mythology. Only Hell is used. And I understand why modern culture or whatever has started using the term Helheim, which means the home of Hell, which is the goddess Hel who rules over Hell. It goes along with a lot of the other realms in the cosmos, Alfheim, Jotunheim, Svartalfheim, stuff like that. And it differentiates it from sort of the Christian hell. So people don't hear the term hell and they're like, oh, fire and brimstone and torture and blah, blah, blah. Hell in Norse mythology is meant to be quite different. And so from what I can gather, it seems that we are a mortal woman. I think the description says she was like some Celtic woman who has traveled to hell. I mean, obviously, this process is never mentioned in any of the Eddas or anything like that. Gods are mentioned going to hell and coming back and things like that. But a mortal traveling to hell seems utterly ridiculous to me, as far as Norse mythology is concerned. I know it's a video game, blah, blah, blah. But, Midgard, the guard part of Midgard means enclosure, because Midgard is enclosed in, so nothing can get in, and vice versa, nothing can really leave unless you die. And so it's just like, okay, so this woman, we apparently skipped all the things where she sailed across the vast ocean, just rode her boat over the Midgard serpent, somehow got through the giant, fence around Midgard, traveled all the way down here to Helheim, to Hell, and apparently, the entrance to Hell is guarded by, like, a giant dog. I don't know if we'll see that, but apparently we're already in Hell, so I don't know. But it's a video game, maybe I shouldn't nitpick. But where's the fun in that? Alright, so another thing is you have all these bodies that are just pierced on spikes. I don't really get that. You're in Hell. Like, there is no... Maybe this is like the outside to Hell and these people's spirits are inside Hell? Maybe, but there's nobody laying about in Hell. Just like, there's nobody laying about in Christian heaven or anything like that. Like, there's movement.
Use your eyes. Come closer.
She can't focus.
Why can't she focus? Take a closer look, Senua.
I'm looking. What do you want from me? It seems really jittery. Give me a second. Something's just messed up with my computer. Jesus, this is taxing the shit out of my GPU. This game is taking up 81% of my GPU? That seems crazy. Give me a second. Let me see if I can alleviate some things here. I didn't know this game was this taxing. Let me just close a couple things, see if I can help it out. Man, this game is just destroys your graphic card, your video card. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should dial it down a little bit. I did not know that. I mean, there's really no reason for it to be... by the time you guys see it on YouTube, it's gonna look like ass no matter what. So I'd rather just have it be a little bit smoother. If we can accomplish that. I feel it's also like mouse look is just really just jittery in general. It's not meant to be. I'll try to sort out the controller thing next time.
Darkness is coming. Yearn for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
You see him?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost. Where are you? I hear you. He's there, you know it.
There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim,
They're called
and the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
Yeah, okay. Hela is a Marvel Comics character. The ruler of Hell is called Hel. Again, I guess I understand why they want to differentiate these things. And I guess if you're throwing accuracy out the window, then whatever. I thought the game was more accurate than that, but
What's she doing? Why is
all
she
right.
doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? Doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
And it is Helheim. If you're gonna, the Haim, it's Haim.
By his soul.
I did as much research as I care to into it, and it's certainly Haim. I think maybe in modern Icelandic and things like that, maybe it is Heim, but if you're referencing Old Norse, it's Haim.
Do you know where
The
you
bridge
are?
to Helheim.
She'll never
I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
So we have this narrator. We don't really know who that is. I believe, like, the character here is meant to be kind of crazy or something like that. She's carrying, like, what appears to be, like, a head that she was, like, listening to, which is very reminiscent of Odin and Mimir's head. And I'm sure a coincidence. Probably not. Are these like save points? Climb.
What's up there?
What's the climb button? What's the climb button? Interact is F? Alright. Okay. The nice thing about setting a game within the Norse mythology is, you know, as long as you stick to a few sort of core points, a lot of the other stuff you can play around with to your heart's content. Because so much of it is just unknown.
Are you scared? You should be scared.
I mean, there's definitely voices happening here, so...
Get down.
What's she waiting for?
You've got to go. Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it.
She can't go back now. No, this is it. The hidden path.
I mean, there's combat difficulty, so there has to be combat in the game, right?
He's going to hurt you.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
See what happens if you focus.
Okay. Like,
It's the secret.
where? Just anywhere?
It's near. Focus, and you will find it.
Okay. I'm looking around.
He's not real.
It doesn't look like this way. I think it's in this region. But... oh, there we go.
Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe. It worked.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
So, they're not Northmen.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
They're not Northmen, but they can still be... They're still subject to North, like,
I guess
beliefs.
it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Alright, so a lot of that was correct. Hel, the goddess, having power over, like, life and death. When Balder dies, because Loki tricked Hodor into killing him, and the god rides down to Hell to try and bring Balder back to life, and he talks to Hel, the goddess, and is like, we want Balder back. And she says, if every living thing in the 9 world or whatever, if every living thing wants Balder back alive, then I will bring him back. I'll let you take him back. And so, like, every single thing, like even like every plant and every animal, everything, every single thing wants Balder back except for one person, and that's fucking Loki. And so Hel is just like, well, sorry. And so that's good old Loki. Loki was responsible for Balder dying in the first place. It's just a real piece of shit. The thing that they messed up on, and it's debatable whether they messed up on, I have come to believe that it is not accurate. I've been convinced. It's the part where they said that people that die of sickness, age, hardship, blah blah blah, go to hell. And they're referencing the Prose Edda, where basically Snorri says that, if you're brave and you're a warrior and Odin chooses you, you go to Valhalla. But if you die of sickness or old age, you go to hell. And basically he was really trying to sort of put a divide between hell and Valhalla. But based on the Poetic Edda and some other sources, there wasn't really this clear distinction and things like that. And pretty much, everybody went to hell, unless you were the few chosen. So the sickness and age and stuff, that's just... Snorri basically just invented that as part of his sort of Christian mindset and things like that. It's not a huge deal, but it's something that I didn't mention when I discussed hell, because it's just like, this I'm trying to avoid in my series. I'm trying to avoid putting in anything that's really sort of a blatant introduction into Norse mythology from Snorri based on his Christian influences. Because I think people are more interested in what the actual Norse people, the Vikings, actually believed, And for better or for worse, you know, for all the work that Snorri did, there's definitely some flaws, and he definitely influenced our conceptions about the mythology. It's a bit like August Derleth, I believe. Although it's unfortunate because for the Cthulhu mythos, you know, we have all of Lovecraft's works, whereas we don't have everything that Snorri had access to. We're missing some other sources.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here. You took him from me. I beg you. Let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Oh shit. This guy, straight out of fucking True Detective. Let me look at these controls here. Alright, so we have fast strike, heavy strike, melee attack. What? Evade, block. Block with what? I guess my sword? But they seem far bigger and stronger than me, so I don't know if that would be a good idea. I think we want to be evasive. Why would melee attack be different than fast strike and heavy strike? Alright, here we go. Okay, yeah, she does block with her sword. Oh, shit. Oh, melee attack is like with your foot. Okay, we got one down. Moving on. Okay, just, you know, bob and weave. Shit. Okay. This would be easier with the controller, but damn. Okay. Oh, shit. Come on. Hey, now. What is this shit? I can't hit them. Okay. I mean, it's not like I'm here to like nitpick this whole game and like, oh, there's no source for there being like shadow warriors at the gates of hell and things like that. It's just more, I'm learning a bunch of things about Norse mythology, and I want to see,
A vision.
What my knowledge
Come,
comes to.
poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
Dark rot will grow each time you fail. Okay. All progress will be lost. Wow. So if you die enough times, that's just game over? No checkpoint, no continue, nothing? That's pretty crazy.
Battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Alright, I'll call bullshit on that one. Surt is a fire giant that lives in Muspelheim, which... What? Why would he guard the gate to hell? He doesn't give a shit about it. That's ridiculous. And what am I going to do to Surt? He's the destroyer of worlds. What? And the other one, Valraven. What? That's apparently something in Danish folklore. It's a raven who eats... It's a raven that originates from ravens who eat the bodies of the dead on the battlefield. And if it eats the entire heart of a child, can take the form of a knight or a half-wolf, half-raven creature. I feel like that's probably what we're going to get. A half-raven, half-wolf. But yeah, that has nothing to do with Norse mythology, which... is fine. But that concept didn't really appear until the 1800s, according to Wikipedia, the finest of sources. The late 1800s. So that's a pretty interesting thing to throw in here. very little information about it anywhere. Huh. What a minor thing. What an odd... Fucking a Val Raven and Cert the Fire Giant. That's crazy. Alright, so I have to pick... I have to do both of them, so it doesn't really matter, but I guess we'll probably go with Val Raven first.
Two gods, two gates.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow, but you weren't expecting that.
Yeah, I mean, that's all right. I got no arguments there. But even there, like, yeah, it's a fucking cow and from ice, and what do you want from us?
Sort, the
Oh,
fire
shit.
giant has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
What, the Vikings called upon Cert? No way. No way. That is news to me. I don't... Where the fuck are they getting that from? That's... I think they made that up. I'm gonna be real honest. I've never heard that. Like, literally, he was just regarded as, like, the entity that would come out of Muspelheim during Ragnarok and just destroy pretty much everything. Why would they call upon this guy? It doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna say they made that up. Unless I hear otherwise. And maybe I will, but...
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. He was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
Like, if I don't touch the mouse, it looks pretty good. But as soon as I start moving around the camera, it's like, what the fuck is going on here? The game mostly looks good, although there's sort of a blurring effect that I don't care for around the character model. I don't know if it's like a depth of field thing or what. So are we, like, walking into Muspelheim? Like, what is this? Insert. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Alright, we got more combat. She swings that sword real fast.
Surprise him! You won. Don't let them get
Okay.
behind you. Don't
This
let
is
them
good.
surround you.
This combat is better than, like, Lords of the Fallen. That's how you just kick ass. Oh my gosh. I'm molly-whopping these fools. Just gotta do like one dodge and then they're done.
Finish this. End it now.
Yeah, end it now. Look at this. No problem. You think the rot's going to my head?
I can still smell it. A sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. You hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
I should run. Cover ground faster. Oh, here we go. There's a pile of corpse. Is this anything? Any of you know about these runes? No? Sure seemed like that would be it.
No. Follow the screams.
Maybe up here? Here we go.
Focus.
Okay. So I think there's two spots where I have to focus. There's the H and the Y or whatever. I just don't really get how this guides me to what I'm looking for. There's a lot of H's here.
Are they screaming?
But where does this socket in? Do I have to be a certain distance away? Will I sort of see it? I didn't see it the first time. Although I remembered it like turning blue. That was a pretty big clue. I don't see it turning blue here. Although I really feel like this is the spot. I just want to do more combat. That's the really fun part. Or discussing lore. I like that. This is the bad part. Alright, I guess this is not here, although everything's telling me that it's here.
Are they screaming? You can hear the noise.
There's an H, and then it sort of breaks apart. Now it's nothing. And then here it's the Y thing, trident or whatever, which feels like it should be here. But no, it sort of disappeared. I guess when it comes into focus, like here, you can really see it on the screen. And then it goes away. And then it sort of, and it does this. Hey, look at how you can see it. I feel like that's got to be a clue. hell? I wonder if, like, the audio is really important, because I can't really hear much. But there's sounds. What is... How are you supposed to do this? Oh. Are you supposed to, like, physically line it up with... No? Oh, maybe here? Look at that. It's perfect. I got it. Did I actually get... Oh, okay. Alright, you have to physically line it up with stuff. Okay, then we can do this. Like, look at this. This kind of looks like something, doesn't it? No, but maybe up there it'll look like something. I got it now. I didn't really realize that with the first rune back in the day. But this could be it. Look at this. Boom. Not so difficult now. Alright, I'm a bit stupid. But I'm good at the combat part.
Is sealed to the living. But you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened. When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
I guess if it comes out that, like, you know, this girl's just insane, and she's just, like, imagining all of this, then that covers up any sort of inconsistencies. Whoa, hey now! You want to fight me? I'll break through your shitty guard.
They're overwhelming. They're surrounding us. Too slow.
Look at this, it's beautiful. Just like flesh this out into like a full Dark Souls game and you'll be cooking. I think we gotta move though. Oh, no iframes during animations. Okay. Good lesson to learn. So those lengthy animations are bad. Oh, that's even worse. Get up. Get up, you can do this. Oh, I couldn't do anything about that. Damn it, I died. That means combat difficulty is gonna go down, and now it's easy. I'm playing on easy mode. I'm just playing for babies and shit. I'm disappointing. But damn it, when you're taking free hits like that, it's shit.
Do it. You're close.
Oh, that was much better. See, that was a quick animation. Okay, good. Keep him in front of you. No, don't do that. Oh shit, nice. You can cancel out of that animation. That's really good. That's better than Dark Souls.
End it now. Don't give up.
No.
She finished him.
Okay. Alright, nice. Is that it? We did it. Excellent.
see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Alright, well, we'll be at this all day. I don't think there's going to be, like, a clear stopping point, so we'll stop right here while we have a moment of breathing. Pretty interesting stuff so far. I don't think there will be any RPG elements or anything like that. I think this is a pretty story-driven game, but it's about a topic that I find pretty interesting and seems pretty solid, so good stuff. My name is Mangg, and watching has been Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.